Joyce Faulknor founded the Emerald Lake Art Academy in 1991 and taught there for 10 years. She gives workshops across the country and is most recently working on a PBS television series called Art to Art. Joyce's work has been published in Splash 8 and Splash 10, the Best of Watercolor series from Northlight Books, and she is the author of Stunning Crystal and Glass, also from Northlight, as well as a companion DVD by the same name. For more information about Joyce, visit her website at joycefaulknor.com. In this video workshop, Joyce paints two florals using two unique approaches, mixing color directly on the surface to paint a magnolia and glazing color to paint an iris.
Okay, so now I'm going to show you all the dark values that have been painted in on this iris. You can see I got the little edging here, and then some of these bigger leaves or petals right through here. And right in here you can see I went in a second time, so I let it dry and then I moved some of those veins coming through. And of course this is our first shape that we painted. And then right here, do you see these curly edges that happen? And I leave a little white space right there so I can, when I paint over, it will really pop. Okay, so what I'm going to do for you now is I've mixed in my medium values. And right here in my palette, I have a mixture of the phthalo blue with a little bit of pink in it. And you can add more phthalo blue if you want to intensify that puddle. I have a nice violet mixed up here. And then I have, maybe a purple violet, and we'll call this the pink violet, okay, on the pink side. Now what I did was, earlier when I had mixed my darkest values, all I did was I pulled it into a new pan right here, and you add a little bit of water and you got your medium values, okay? Pretty simple, right? And so what I'm going to do for you now is I'm going to finish this area up, and I'm going to find my medium values, and then I'm going to come down here and we're going to address some of these areas, and we'll talk about these veins when I get here. And let's just move ahead, okay? So away we go. Now I'm going to use the 1 inch Robert Simmons, and it's called a one stroke. And why is it called the one stroke? Because when you can do it all in one stroke, I guess. But here we go. And seriously, it holds a lot of pigment. And now I'm looking in this area here. Do you see these medium values right here? Let's just go ahead and address that. And you're looking at this and you're thinking, and I'm going to go back to my 1/2 inch again. Not quite comfortable with that 1 inch. I thought that would be a little bit faster, but this, I want to be able to show you how to twist and turn right there, right there. Now, if you want, you could drop a little pink in while it's wet, and you have a little bit more movement, and just, and it has that really fun changing of the transition of the colors right here, right here. And you can do the same with the blue if you want to drop a little bit of blue in, right there. Okay, so now we're going to move on. Now look at this guy right here, how it's moving out. Perfect. So do we paint the whole area? Well, if you see it starts to get to your lightest values that you consider your lightest values, you just leave it alone, and we'll come back to it in a sec when we paint our lightest values, okay? And this one has this nice little, I'm going to just go ahead and finish this one edge right there. And then this is finished right here, and then we're going to come right over here. Sometimes I do this when I'm painting. This is a good way of sticking, following your shapes, like keeping your finger right there. And away we go, right here. And it's good for you to see where I'm at, too. Now I'm going to add a little bit of blue. Oh, nice. Watch. This is fun. See, it's just fun. Don't take it so seriously. It's a quick way of painting a floral. That's all. It's a quick way of painting a floral. A lot of watercolorists like to glaze, and they glaze, and they glaze. Not me. I like to just drop those darks in and get my painting moving quickly. I do have to admire those artists that glaze and glaze some more, and they're very patient. And I guess what it says about me as an artist is that not so patient. You know, I find quicker ways of getting things done, and this is one of them. And I just, and also it's the way I see things. You know, I really don't see everything light to dark. It's a little confusing for me. Okay, so now we're going to come down here. Let's look at the big petal right here. I've painted in my darks. I also came in and I did this lovely veining, and it's really simple. It's just a one stroke. I'm sorry. I used my number 6 round quickly. And did I bring them all the way down? No, I'm just indicating, and you'll see when we get to the lightest value how that's all going to come into play. But for right now, we need to bring our medium values right next to our darkest values. And you can paint right over that darkest value that you've already painted in. And guess what? You get bonus values right here because you're going to paint over the darkest value, or you can leave some of it alone. And here it comes. Whoosh. You know, you just kind of give it that movement. See, isn't that pretty? And then bring it on up. And we can add a little bit of that permanent rose. Let's do that. Let's bring some of that pure permanent rose right over here. Tap. Tap that in, and away we go. And pulling it up. That's one of the lighter values, but that's okay. Now, if you know, it's okay if you get some of the lighter values in with these medium tones. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not a steadfast rule. And anyway, whose rule is it? It's my rule, dark to light. Don't know too many watercolorists that paint that way, but then again, you know, maybe there are. But I just find it to be very satisfying, and as my son says, you just like getting it done. And I said, yeah, that's it. I like getting these paintings done.